We're about to run out of supplies and we're about to run out of fuel now. So that's fun. Hello and welcome back everybody to Saurus 001's channel. Now this is Sunless Skies, the Sovereign Edition. Now for people who are not familiar with the Sunless series, there's Sunless Seas and Sunless Skies. I think there might actually be a third one, don't quote me on that though. But Sunless Skies is set in the heavens. Basically what's happened is they've opened a portal, they've gone... Well anyway, we'll get into it when we get into the game. I'm just going to start a new game here. I've played a little bit of this before, but I'm not really that good at it, so just bear with me. And we're going to get into it. We're going to explore the areas and stuff like that. We're just going to make it, well, easy on myself because I'm still really just learning how to play. If you die, you can only continue with a new captain. If you die, you can reload or continue. Well, we want a legacy campaign, thank you. Aiming assistance, none. Only a few player weapons arcs towards target, that's great. Enemy projectile speed standard, that's fine. Supply consumption, fuel and supplies are consumed at the default rate, that is fine. And here we go. So this is a nice little roguelike made by an indie company. Basically what you do is you travel from place to place, trading goods and fighting pirates and things like that, uncovering the mystery of this black box that you have in your cargo hold. Right, so this is us and our ship, which as you can see is basically a flying locomotive. We just have to head in this direction. So it tells you little things like this. You have returned to the reach and untamed sunless span of the heavens, London's new frontier, a celestial garden. Run wild, and it tells you how to dodge and stuff here. It does actually use heat when you do that though. Your journey back from the Blue Kingdom was tumultuous. Your locomotive is damaged and Captain Whitlock badly wounded. As first officer, the crew look to you. The nearest station is New Winchester. Can you get the Orpheum there safely? And cruise control, you just hit C and it will do it automatically. So we want to scavenge this stuff. And it gave us 1 fuel. Much to the relief of your stokers, you find a barrel of fuel among the detritus. The wreck drifts here, less fortunate even than you. We should scavenge it for repairs, a crewman suggests. So you hit scavenge. The wreck hangs in the sky, pocked with recent gunfire. You and the boarding party don your sky suits, garments of waxed canvas, lined with felt to protect against the cold of the sky. 2 of the crew are whispering as they dress. What business did Captain Whitlock have in the Blue Kingdom anyway? Why the devil did we trespass on the districts of the dead? You silence him. Now's not the time. Leap across to the wreck. The gap between the 2 engines isn't wide, but the endless fathoms of heaven gape beneath it. You jump, your stomach lurches with vertigo as the stars blaze above you and below. The air of the heavens is thin and torn by unpredictable winds. Then your boots hit the running board of the Osmandius, and your leather-gloved hands fumble for a hold. One of your companions throws you a line and you lash the 2 engines together. Only then do the rest of the boarding party follow you. One of them forces open an exterior hatch and you clamber inside. Her interior is cold, unlit and whistles with the wind. Your party's lamps spread buttery light over the narrow panelled passages. You make your way towards the hold, stepping over bodies crumpled in the corridor. Unfortunately, your way is blocked. A bulkhead has been mangled inward by a well-aimed barrage. Pry bar and set to work. This will test your iron skill. Iron is the skill of confronting and overcoming. Lead your party on a more precarious path. Go back out onto the Ozymandias' hull, climbing past the blockage and enter through a window on the far side, and do so carefully. We're just going to use a pry bar. There we go. As you strain against the stubborn steel, you remember an event from a year ago. A boiler explosion had trapped an engineer under a tangle of plating and pipework. The captain was first on the scene. You were the second. Together you managed to pry the wreckage upwards enough for you to crawl beneath it, while the captain braced the bar across her back. By all means, take your time, she grunted, as you dragged the engineer out. Back in the present, the twisted bulkhead yields. Your companions clear the exposed rubble away. The way is clear. You have reached the Asmodeus' hold, a ruin of smashed cargo and spilled supplies. Hopefully somewhere amidst the detritus you can find parts to repair the Orphean and restock your stores. Conduct a thorough search. Your companions work quickly. The Asmodeus' hull has begun to creak. Your actions on board may have compromised its integrity. You find enough food and gear to restock your supplies, and enough spare parts to make necessary repairs to the Orphean. The food will need to be thoroughly thawed, of course, but you've eaten worse in the skies. "Oh!" cries one of your party, prying the lid off a long crate. It holds a cannon, still nestled in straw. Another crewman pulls a battered bird cage from the pile of ruined cargo. Within the cage, something winged and furred opens a sullen eye. You examine your finds. The Asmodeus emits a long, juddering creak. Your boarding party exchanges nervous glances. From the chaos of its hold, you have retrieved repairs and supplies, and discovered some useful equipment. A gun that could be mounted on your locomotive, and an educated bat. Mount the Jerusalem cannon on the Orphean. Her own weapons were damaged during your flight from the Blue Kingdom. That leaves you vulnerable. You can claim both this and the bat. Liberate the diffident bat and employ it as a scout. The heavens are wide, so locomotives use scouts like bats to locate things of interest, ports, resources, wrecks like this one to scavenge. The Cotteril of Hathasage, Jerusalem fires single shells at a good range more or less accurately. You ordered 2 of your party to get it back to your vessel and fit it immediately. The Asmodeus groans again. The structure shudders spasmodically. And we'll grab the bat as well. The bat treats its rescuer as an inconvenience and immediately begins haggling over pay. You offer to put it back in its damn cage and leave it on the Asmodeus, at which point it becomes more polite. You doubt it will last. You now have a diffident bat. From the chaos of its hold, you have retrieved repairs and supplies and discovered some useful equipment, a gun that could be mounted on your locomotive and an educated bat. The Asmodeus is spinning. It's too dangerous to stay. Return to the Orphean. You lead your boarding party back to the vessel. Unshackled from her buckling Asmodeus, you stoke your engines and steam away. Restocked, repaired, and rearmed, the crew give a ragged cheer. There we go. That's the sort of thing that you encounter in this game. It's kind of like a bunch of stories and stuff. The scout has discovered something. To see what it is, open your chart. Summoned by Captain Whitlock, the walls... Hard advice, okay. The walls of the captain's cabin are lined with a hodgepodge of curious curious from across the sky. Curious from across the sky. Captain Whitlock lies in bed. Black marks cover his... It's hard for me to get used to American spelling in games. Captain Whitlock lies in bed. Black marks cover her skin like a monstrous brand. When she coughs, coils of acrid smoke pour from her lungs. Approach the bedside. Her mouth is blistered from the blue fires that dance on her tongue. Her hand grips your arm. Her skin is hot as a kettle. Made arrangements. The Orphean will be yours. Her voice is just a rasp of burnt meat breath. But promise... She breaks off to scream a word in a language that was not made for human mouths. When she resumes speaking English, she is weaker. Her request, little more than a gasp. Promise me one last service. Promise. Oh, sorry about that. Just had to eat lunch. Demand to know why she took the Orphean to the Blue Kingdom. I accidentally clicked on this while I was checking that the video was recording, but that's alright. She laughed, a sound like a wood snapping on the fire. Ash sprays from her mouth. It was worth it, she swears. Her voice is suddenly firm, her eyes hard and bright. Then she sinks back into the scorched pillow and a twisting, frantic fever. We leave the cabin and the scorched stink of its air behind, and return to the bridge. New Winchester is further than you'd like, and the captain hasn't long left. Bum bum bum. Oh, that hurt. Oh. A cantechery placated. The cantechery are lumbering half-fossilized isopods that will attack anything they disapprove of. Given that they are very ancient and murderously grumpy, that means almost everything. The largest chunk of the cantechery still lives. They can be slow to die. Stubbornness, perhaps, or the sluggish journey of the signals along their calcified nerves. Its parting grumble is bitter and mournful. The crew share tales of the cantechery to distract them from the noise. Prize precious stones from its carapace, sometimes clusters of jasper, tourmaline, or agate, can be found embedded in the calcified place. Leave the beast untouched. Well, we're gonna see if we can grab something. Older, more awful things. Hauling the creature alongside your locomotive, you deploy hammers and pry bars. There, valuable stones glimmering amidst the walls of the uncanny fossil. The fossil shapes are sinuous and predatory, preserved for unknown eons in the cantankery's stony skin. You now have 28 sovereigns. You've gained 2 terror. Alright. So, we've got... that's where we're going. Gotcha. You prepare to board the buckled wreckage, poised to plunder the plunderers. Behind you, someone is humming a song of victory. Raid the remains, strip it for repairs. We're gonna raid the remains. Your boarding party returns with wallets and watches, cufflinks, lockets, and keepsakes. You saw them in a safe to be pawned when, if you make it back to port. Here we are. This is where we were going. New Winchester. You coast into the bustle, the din, the soot, and the steam of Wolvesey Station. It is clogged with other engines. Scrappy mining locomotives from Lustrum Way, withered explorers gleaming with frost, sleek company vessels with bright brass fittings. No sooner have you pulled into the sidings than a brusque station master bustles over. He requests to come aboard. I must speak with your captain, he insists, brandishing a ledger. The usual formalities. Look to the Orphean's doctor. He has just appeared at your shoulder. His face is solemn. His hat is in his hands. He lowers his eyes. The crew exchange bleak, wordless looks. The Orphean itself feels suddenly more empty. The station master looks confused. You inform him that, unfortunately, Captain Whitlock has just passed. Ah, he says neutrally. Sorry to hear it. Very sad. Very sad. He waits for what he considers an appropriate minute and a half before continuing. Alas, even amidst tragedy, the cogs of bureaucracy must turn. If Captain Whitlock is deceased, the station authority require their answers from the first officer. He dons a set of spectacles and locates his pen. It will be relatively painless. Name, background, purpose of visit, etc. Shall we begin? Alright, so this is where you select all your skills and stuff. So I don't know what to choose because it's really difficult to know what you're actually going to be encountering. What I do like to do is iron skills. You remember bats winging across the still black sea, the distant lights of London calling you home, salty prayers offered to heedless gods. It was a hard life, and often a short one, but will you make your mark? So, heart skill is probably what I want to take with this one. Because I think that protects against fear, and fear is a hard one. What does winning mean to you? The truth. Oh, okay, well it says this is a demanding ambition best played by a lineage that has already completed wealth or fame. Substantial retirement fund, acquire lodging at a hub, port, and retire. Well, okay. So, the hats. Top hat. There we go. Brow. There we go. Nose. That'll do. Chin. There we go. Outfit. Like that. Determine what people call your captain. But your captain's gender is up to you. Officer. Archivist. Principal. Administrator, secretary, intendant, nurse, comrade, brother. Name. Well, let's just keep it simple. Soros. You're a Z captain. Okay, let's start the game. 3 weeks have passed. This morning Captain Whitlock received a simple memorial service. Her body was consigned to a necropolis train bound for the serene mausoleum. Now you sit with a handful of her relatives in the threadbare offices of her solicitors. A methodical notary is reading the will. The captain was wealthy once, but squandered her capital on mysterious expenses before her expedition to the Blue Kingdom. The captain's relatives, from whom she was mostly estranged, are clearly wondering why you are here. In the final codicil, the notary announces, Captain Whitlock confirmed that possession of the Orpheon was to pass to its first officer. He peers at you with dry grey eyes. This includes a certain black box contained in the Orpheon's hold. Captain Whitlock's final request was that, at a time of your choosing, you transport said box to an address in London. He hands you an address card and deposit it there. You are not to look inside. She gave no explanation. And that's it. You're captain now. The Orpheon is yours. You have been bequeathed a large black box which once belonged to Captain Whitlock. You've gained 100 sovereigns. Onwards. The clamouring central station of New Winchester, a place of steam and smut and thundering iron. Here you can find people willing to pay for a skilled captain's service. We want to recruit this driver. I specialise in test driving, but I'm looking for something quieter. The driver indicates a crashed engine, still smoking. Like that, without the screaming. How much is it going to cost? Yeah, 20. Allow the driver to join your crew. Iron by 6 and hearts by 2. Alright. The incautious driver. The fastidious inspector. Excuse me, Captain. A woman pushes through the crowds towards you. She is short and square-shouldered, in a neat black suit and polished shoes. She shows you the case of her pocket watch. It is embossed with the crown of an hourglass of London's Hierological Office. The body responsible for ensuring time is consistent across the empire. I'm hoping to book passage to Port Prosper, she says, slipping the watch away. I can, of course, pay. Pay sounds promising. Thank you. The locomotive I was broke down following a boiler rupture. The chief engineer's fault, I suspect. A gentleman fonder of brandy than of diligence. Here, an initial sum to seal our bargain. Prosper lies to the south-southeast of New Winchester. Unreliable stars visible from the Emperor's new place, named them northeast, south, and west. Londoners. Okay. The fastidious inspector. You are transporting a fastidious inspector to Prosper. You've gained 50 times sovereigns. Fastidious inspector has joined your engine. We need to repair. How much is this going to cost? 12 sovereigns. That's fine. Okay. Now. We've got 2 crew that we can hire. Voyages have grown perilous of late. Numbers and morale are lower than they were. Today, New Winchester is abuzz with rumour. A famous taxi captain has turned tail and fled back to London. Promised a generous pension and a full pardon in exchange for selling secrets. His crew are at a loose end and under a cloud of suspicion. Will they ever find work again? So I only need 10. For the cost of a round at the promise of days, they're yours. Excellent. Initially, the crew members are suspicious. They think they might be that you might be a journalist for the Gazette. Still, they're happy to drink on your coin, and as the night progresses, their reserve vanishes. When they arrive at your engine the next day to sign their papers, they come with headaches and nausea and the last of their things. They go to their berths, ready to make for the stars again. Your crew quality is now 10. It is not enough to be rich. You must be seen to be truly, lavishly important. Alright, let's explore the city. The smoggy, clanking, singing, stamping, thronging, frantic heart of the Reach, an ever-expanding port of soot-smudged glass and bright steel spilling across a drifting, mist-wrapped archipelago. Its factories thunder, its engine sheds ring with hammers and the hiss of steam. Locomotives chug into sidings for repairs or flare across the sky and away into the high wilderness. An opportunity. Learn about trading. Okay. On the pedal trail. A porter at the station advises you to visit the nearby pub, the Promise of Days, and talk to the seasoned captains there. They keep their ears to the ground. They'll know about an opportunity or two. Let's visit the Promise of Days. Old pistons gleam on walls. The shelves are crowded with mementos from across the sky. The clientele raise their voices to be heard among the comforting clamour of the adjacent engine yard. You may find helpful advice here. They're always happy to offer words of advice, sometimes many words. Four are gathered at their usual table. I'm the masked citizen, a libertine, polymath, and pioneer of the neo-nocturnal artistic school. The bedeviled didact, a scholar haunted by his discoveries. The plucky baroness, explorer, collector, philatelist, and spatchcocker Meg, who hunts monsters. Of course, everything out here is jolly dangerous, says the Baroness. Few risk the skies, so news of the distant ports is valuable. Collect port reports from the places you visit and deliver them to Victory Hall or Company House. The more you turn in at once, the more they'll pay. Look for other opportunities on the way, advises the masked citizen. Passengers who want transport, rich men in need of bloody work, etc., etc. Ask them how to make your fortune through trade. Between them they've carried Navarrete gemstones from Aletheia, souls to the Blue Kingdom, and raw hours to London. Raw hours? Have they any tips? Ah, the Deoduct says, funneling with his innumerable talismans. An essential topic. Meg slides you a stool and the captains shuffle around to make room. The masked citizen buys you a drink for their own invention. It is violet and foggy. The plucky baroness gives you a brisk, encouraging grin. Ask away. I know how to buy and sell goods. Ask about prospects. Here we go. New prospect. The host at Magdalen's needs an urgent delivery of seeds, paying a pretty penny too. If I were you, I'd get to the bazaar straight away, put my mark against it. Meg grunts. Broker in Port Avon is selling cheap seeds. Chirpy chap. God knows why, his face is looking like it's been pushed through a mangle. An opportunity. Port Avon lies to the east of New Winchester, and Magdalen's lies to the southeast. So I'd probably want to go to Magdalen's because I'm actually heading south-southwest, so it might actually not be too far away from that. Then buy seeds from, yep. Okay. Alright, I think that's about it. Bargains. A way that a resourceful captain could prejudice circumstances in their favour. Alright, bid them goodbye. I think we've got enough to do for now. So, we want to go to the shops. The engine yard. See, that's going to be a good one to get when we have enough money. Mullet class liner. It's going to be awesome. But let's check out Victoria Market because we want to grab some fuel. I'm not sure how many of these we can carry actually. Oh, we've got 6 out of 12 inventory. So if we take 2 extra with us, that should give us 4 fuel, and 4 fuel should be enough to get us where we need to go. I'm not super sure on that though. Maybe I should take 3 fuel, and I'm going to need to grab another set of supplies. So that's going to cost me 100, and we're going to buy that. Let's see if we've got some stuff to sell. No, we don't have anything to sell, but that's alright. Your hold is almost full, yeah. Alright, let's take a look. What is my... oh, here we go. A sailor. Where's my engine anyway? Driver has no tolerance for uneventful voyages. When not on duty, they stare through the stained glass windows as if willing excitement to ride on a wave of disaster. When they take the wheel, the rest of the crew grip the nearest available supports and whisper quiet prayers to various gods. Rumours not intended for your ears suggest the driver is running an illicit poker game in the hold. Yeah, let's play. You enter the hold and find the game well underway. The driver sits cross-legged in front of the pile of freshly won sovereigns and 3 newly impoverished members of the crew. A stoker angrily throws an expensive-looking watch onto the pile of winnings and departs in a fury. The driver looks up. "Brother, care to make a wager?" The driver deals the cards between the players. The cook and the crewman, whose names you can't place at the moment, watch each other with a barely disguised suspicion. Behind you, a small crowd gathers to see their captain's coin. Place your bet. Oh, ba-bow. You throw your cards down, not expecting to win. You are not disappointed. The driver barely even looks at their cards before going all in, claiming the pot with nothing more than a pair of aces. The other players glare sullenly, regret their hesitation. "I hear you used to be a test driver," says the quartermaster. The driver nods. "You'd never have thought it. As a child, I loved my trains. Very ordered. A safe little space where they could go round and round and nothing could go wrong. It was only after the crash that I realised I needed more. I suppose surviving that taught me that there was more to living than simply being alive. Another round?" No, that's enough of that. Thank you. Okay. Let the game continue. I don't mind them playing poker. You spot something green winding around their finger. Is there something they want? Can't keep anything from you, I see. I've been feeling a bit on edge, I would like to make myself useful if I can. There's races at the Royal Society. Maybe we could go there and you could drop me off for a bit. I could make us both a bit of money. They take out a coin and flip it in the air. It comes down on heads. Just a thought. Anyway. Rochester Club. A nervous tick. Oh, yes. The driver scratches again. It's nothing, just a little earache, I'm sure. It comes and goes. Their knee trembles with the frustration of being pulled away from the wheel for even this short conversation. See, all fine now. It doesn't affect their work, I don't really mind. Let's get back to the wheel. Too slow, still so much to see. Alright, done. So, I wanted to check on my ship itself. Where's the ship? That's the hull. There we go. So this is the Jerusalem. That's the one that's there. This is the Brass Raven. Let the clouds pour down righteousness, a rapid-firing weapon popular with captains who value volume over precision. Be careful not to let it overheat. Once the thing's up to speed, you could fry eggs on it. Interesting. Effectively a locomotive mounted blunderbuss, the emanation fires a mauling spread of munitions and is best employed at close range. It has been described as a proper something to reload. BR. I don't know what that actually. I don't know. Is that meant to be a swear word? It's anyway. Cozy cabins. Here we go. No, we need veils at 25. All right. Iron. Yeah. We need 500 for that. You don't need elegance when you're boring through rock. Mining. Staying away. Oh, what's this one? That's the below. Why should punishment weave the veil with the iron weaves of war? A short-range, rapid-firing gun. It's 830. Additional cargo bay is +5 hold. You weren't using all those pipes and pistons, surely. That's a good description. Additional crew quarters. Sensible plumbing. What else do we have? Wet and vinegar winch and pulley. +8 hold. Blast damage. Large weapon slot. I don't think I have a large weapon slot. No, I've only got a small armament slot. But a small armament. Is this a small armament slot? Let's take a look. Yes, it is. So that means that I can fit 2 of these small armaments in here. Oh, and I don't have enough sovereigns. Alright. So it's time to go out and let's get going. So we want journal, and we were doing the fastidious inspector. Was that it? Yeah. So that's where we're going. South-southeast of New Winchester. Oh, south-southeast. Wasn't Magdalen's in the southeast? So maybe we could stop by there. Oh, we don't have any money anyway, so we're gonna have to go. We've got our little bat that we can send out. We're just gonna take a look around for now. Scamps narrow. Oh, here we go. Are you a bad guy? No, you're not a bad guy. Not going to attack you if you're not a bad guy. South-southeast. So we've still got to go further east. What did it discover? Oh, there we go. That's where we're going. You a bad guy? Oh no! Don't freaking run into that. Damn it! No, he's not attacking me. That's fine. Getting over here. It might be Magdalen's. It might be the port that we're looking for. I don't know. Plenty circus. Not enough experience. Oh. I'm not a very good driver, as you can tell. This has significantly reduced the inconceivable circus. Crew is thankful to find another place of relative safety in the skies, however strange or full of devils or covered in mushrooms. You've earned enough experience to increase your captain's level. You can now choose a new past or deed via the facet screen. Okay, facet screen. Facets. Okay. Oh, here we go. Yep. Right. Facet. Let's take a facet. Okay. So what we're really lacking at the moment is a good hearts or veils, good veils skill. So we're going to take veils, I think. The judge, stony face, condemn you to New Newgate, the stalactite prison of old London. The dark was thick as a tar. Its cells were small as pantries. How did you spend your days there? Better a wolf than the lamb. No, I need the hearts. So you served your time quietly. You notched each dismal day into the cell wall. You still cleared of the monsters and the meek they preyed upon. You dreamed of the day of your release. Yep, it's pretty good. Alright. That's good. Amiable vagabond. The travelling circus has settled here, too afraid to go further and too afraid to turn back. Its clanking, gaudy locomotive scavenges such audiences as it can find from nearby homesteads and delivers them for an evening of shabby, desperate, big top magic. The inconceivable circus. The greatest show, that's what the adverts promise. The reality is not impressive. Aside from the big top that dominates the circus, the place is shabby, poorly maintained, and even more poorly attended. Bored-looking circus folk run rotting booths. The clowns painted on the smiles are no match for the deep-set misery behind the grease paint. Even the Calliope music playing on a run-down piano is more grimly resolute than cheery. Write a port report. The big top dramatically of the fog reach, but it's not nearly as imposing as the massive obelisk floating nearby. Some enterprising soul has hung bunting between it and the big top. As for the circus itself, outside of the performers, it's practically deserted. You may be the first new face in the audience in quite a while. How much do you want? Alright, let's try. The urchin hands over your ticket with no apparent enthusiasm. Thanks. And to the big top. No one in the meagre audience displays any enthusiasm, not even when the ringmaster thunders on a horse-drawn Calliope. And then come the acts themselves. Oh dear. The humiliated magician's trapdoors fail to open, leaving his glamorous assistant noticeably unvanished. The bereaved acrobat swings from a single trapeze, the other hangs lonely and unused. The pensive clown's fire juggling act ends in disaster. And not the humorous kind. The less said about the lion tamer, the better. He should recover. Let's visit the amusements. Most of the stalls here are empty. Their owners are either asleep or long since gone. You gamely make the most of them. From the Hall of Mirror, there is only 2 to a Whack-A-Rat game currently closed due to the rats having unionised. At least the day proves quiet, with nothing actively trying to kill you. In the high wilderness, that alone counts as a vacation. You've lost 2 tickets. Alright. Familiar face at the circus. Okay, perhaps not. And let's see, are there any shops? New Big Top shop. They sell bronze wood. They sell supplies. What's in the bazaar? That's a bargain, apparently. Bronze wood. So they sell bronze wood here. Alright. Now, there was something that I mentioned over here. An obelisk. Is that something that we can explore? Apparently not. Okay, so we still need to go south. It's south-southeast, so basically going to be in this direction somewhere. Oh, look at that. That's something I can mine. Oh, here we go. Captain, good day. I notice your ship's clock has stopped. Perhaps you permit me to repair it? You'd prefer things to be right. The obscure horological tools, Grimloss. Everything has a place. I appreciate the opportunity to keep myself busy. Staring too long at the stars is harmful to the temperament. Short dark hair, she gives you the impression of being perpetually busy. Bravo. Thank you. Oh, let's discuss the reach. Maybe there's something. It has an uncouth splendor, but I miss Albion and the steady light of the clockwork sun. These sunless reaches are so misty and quiet. She pauses, but critical. The territories here are rich with raw hours, and enough vegetation grows on them to feed the whole of London, even if some of it is a dubious shape. Bloody hell. Okay, good evening. We don't have any mining skill. We're gonna go down this way. I reckon this is sufficiently southeast. Let's send out a bat. Reluctantly. Ah, there's something over here. Oh. Ow! I just freaking... Yeah. Take that. You prepare to board the buckled wreckage. Please to plunder the plunderers behind you. Someone is humming a song of victory. The crew of the Marauder lie dead in the corridor, killed not by your guns but by knives and small arms fire. The only survivor is the captain, locked in the brig with a bottle of brandy. Chalk eyes stare back from every wall. When he ran out of chalk, he began scraping them in with his fingernails. Little remains of them but bloodied stumps. Ooh. Seen this before, Captain, says a crew member, grasping your arm. Sky Magnus. Magdalens can treat it if you can be bothered to take the poor sod. Put him out of his misery. The sky-maddened captain writhes once, then is silent. Still, your crew moves swiftly, anxious to loot the train or perhaps to evade your glance. Let's loot the hold. A faint luminescent cage. The things being transported in this cave did not survive the journey, though they still glow faintly. Uncanny specimen. So, was that what we found? Oh no, there's a grave over here. Nice! The great Aunt Kay. The wreck gleams with frost, its windows are dark, its engines silent. Perhaps something of value lies within. Tread lightly. Enter through the yawning tear. Oh no! As you clamber through the hole, your lamps reveal uncanny marks around it. Were they caused by ricocheting shrapnel or by vast teeth? Your boarding party's search is unsurprisingly hurried. They retrieve only handfuls of valuables before the hull groans and encourage them to return to your vessel. Not all of them make it. The wreck buckles with a shriek that might have issued from the throat of hell and spins apart. Oh no, I lost a crew member. Oh well, we've gained 15 terror. Sorry about that, guys. Now, south-southeast. Should have to go this way a little bit. I'm pretty sure we'll be nearing the port by now, so I'm gonna send out the bat again. Oh. Alright, so we're not actually near the port at the moment. We're running low on supplies. Only got 3 of them left. Pretty sure we've gone too far this way. Well, do not. Just damaged my ship, my train. We go back this way. Okay, see if we can get through this gap here. We'll probably find the port through here. Yeah, that looks like a port, dude. Oh no! He's evil. He's just mad. Oh no! There's 2 of them. Whoa. Alright. That's not good. Take a look. Oh, there it is. That's where we're going. Oh, don't tell me we have to go the other way. Please don't tell me that. Oh no! Oh, keep heading in this direction, but... something is making an interesting sound. I hope there's a way back. Our terror is really starting to grow. It's going to become a serious problem in a moment. Celestial Behemoth. What remains of the Behemoth's carapace is scarred with sigils. Most are marred and broken, some still holding a sullen, resentful power. Your locomotive is stopped on a broad, flat section of the shell. The few sigils nearby are too cracked to risk much harm. The creature's chitinous shell is hard as bronzewood. If you can hack off a few sections, you could patch your hole. Oh no! Your crew are gone for several hours, only if you return dragging a small piece of chitin, enough to patch your hole, but less than they should have gathered. Are the others dead? Gone, they said. Traitors. Discipline will have to wait. For now you need to make your engine's repairs. See, what do we got? You handpick a few of your crew. Their expressions are grim. Together you make your way to the crevice in the carapace and secure a rope. You lower supplies down first. It would not do good to be caught unprepared. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I've got no supplies left. There's a shout from your crew. You're back where you started. Oh my god. Oh my god, okay. That's just great. I've got 0 supplies left now. I repaired my hull, but it's no good because we're gonna starve to death, you know? Oh crap. Oh crap. Get out of here. Oh, this is not where we were looking for. Nestled amongst sprawling sprawling gardens of fungus, Hybris is a colony of octogenarians. Rotting buildings slough gently into decay. Maintenance is poor, the population aged, and insects speckled with fungus flies past drowsily. Growth asks no license, reads a barely legible sign staked into a collapsed pile of fungal eggs. Hybris has only a handful of buildings clustered amongst folds of fungus, yet life goes on here. The only lodging house in Hybris and the only building with more than one story, the smell of stewed tea permeates the dilapidated boards. He only keeps a clean and ordered house. She bakes her tea cakes to perfection and ices them to resemble the fungus that has colonised the windowsills. It's been here longer than us. She laughs and pours another round of tea. The tea is sour, the milk has gone off. Okay. You enter fungal forest. Clouds of spores drift through the rope. Giant ants pierced with spines of mushroom crawl on the tops of trees to better spread their spores. You wander amidst the webs and arches of mushrooms for some hours until you stumble across a shallow graveyard. Each headstone bears a number of 7 digits or more. Barely covered in the shallow earth are sets of manacles. Or the settlement. A game of bowls has been organised on the flattest bit of March. You are invited to participate by the mayoral assistant who approves herself a mean backhanded draw. When all is over and everyone has retired for fungal juices at the Brendan, the wizened mayor takes you aside. This is what it's all about. A second youth, first in some cases. Let's gather a report. Yep. Van Nance waves as she lights candles outside the Brendan. Infected fireflies dance around the long lapse. The wizard mayor calls you from the balcony. He's going to bed. The rather over-delirious bows, you see. Okay. Make a delicate inquiry. The wizard mayor chucks. Oh no, we'd welcome youth, but we don't get many settlers coming out this way. We're happy, secluded here. He smiles wistfully as, across the march, his mayoral assistant trounces an unfortunate at bowls. Our best years were spent by others. The wizened mayor glances at his atonement, which is overflowing with the burgeoning mushrooms. We have plans to change that, though. Okay, shops, bazaar, barrel of unseasoned hours. We need supplies. Like, do we even have enough money? Yeah, we do. Okay. Well, that's all we can do is take on supplies. And, so have I missed it? Have I gone past it, maybe? Can't have. I don't know where this port's going to be. I have to get out of here. Where are we? Bloody hell. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to send out a bat. Something down there. Oh. Okay, we're gonna die. That's pretty much what's gonna happen here. We're gonna die. See, we're southeast now, so I must have missed it up there further. And that is just a convoluted way of wasting supplies going through there. Oh, that's right. There's these guys. They're gonna fight me. Oh, look. Oh, we got a teapot. Oh, crap. Well. Oh, no. Get me out of here. 3 of them chasing me now. Well, it's got to be up here. Nowhere else this could be. Oh, that hurt. Ow. Yes, good. Cabin door did not survive the onslaught of your guns, nor did the captain. You have to tread carefully, the couple will not be saved. A few scorched documents sit on the Bronzewood desk. They met for an interesting read. Apparently London had need of a few brave captains willing to bring fire to the tactics. You would not have expected the signatories of the orders. Okay, let's go this way then. Memorial to the unknown rat. Oh, okay. So, I don't understand. Like, it said to the south-southeast. It can't be anywhere else but here. And we are almost out of supplies. It is what it said, isn't it? Journal. Yes, south-southeast of New Winchester. There's nowhere else it could be. Alright, so we've just used fuel to freaking clean our engine to keep crew morale high. This woman isn't paying me enough, I tell ya. Nowhere else this place could be, apart from up here. They said south-southeast. I don't get it. We're about to run out of supplies and we're about to run out of fuel now. So, that's fun. Gotta be around here somewhere. There's no way that that's it. No way that's it. Well, we're gonna have to stop by New Winchester and come up with some money anyway. Oh. That's great. Huh. Well, we're gonna go to New Winchester then. That's friggin' stupid. Where could it possibly be? It said south-southeast. That is south-southeast. Right through there is south-southeast. Oh, far out. No, it's not. That's west. I am a moron. I am a moron. I've been searching the entire wrong part of the map. Oh no. I am a moron. What have I done? What have I done? Just wasted all of our supplies going the wrong way. Representative alleges the banking house. I promise this will only take a moment of your unquestionably valuable time. He produces a folded contract with a flourish. We hear promising things about you, brother. Very promising indeed. We would like to extend our services. We provide a secure solution for the storage of your assets, absolute discretion and steadfastness unto death and beyond. We require only a signature. Okay. I'm certain that this represents the beginning of a long and warm relationship between ourselves and your lineage. May it endure. I bid you good day, brother. Onwards. Right. Thank you. Okay. Shops. Bazaar. Seeds for Magdalenes. Victoria Market. We've got 3. Let's see what we can sell. That's it. We're out of money. We're out of money. Don't even have enough money to buy one fuel and 1 supplies. Let's go to the place to sell our stories, which is up here usually. Sell the port reports and things like that. Yeah, here. The Assembly, a coalition of independent-minded settlers colloquially called Tacties, gather and argue here, deliver port reports here to receive rewards and win the Tacties' favour. With the Victory Hall. Deliver your port reports. There we go. Now we've got this time she told you. Otherworldly artifact. Stars. Metals gleam in the shadows behind its lapels. One half of her face is scarred from frostbite. Okay. Alright. We're done. Now we've got to go and get supplies. We've got to get restocked. Huh. Okay. Shops. Victoria Market. Have enough of that? We've got enough of that though. Alright. Let's go. I can't believe I was such an idiot and went the wrong way. It's foolish of me. Now we've got to go do all that again. attacked his scout. You're not that lucky. An accident. Oh. Secure the cargo. Onwards. Need to take on new crew members soon because we're running out of crew. Oh. Okay. He just crashed into a wall. Don't know what's going on with that. Man, things are all in the sky. No. Something might be salvageable. Excellent. Oh, that looks like a port light. Officer's Folly. Oh god, I'm such a moron. Alright, let's loot. Nice. Oh, I've gained a... Okay, let's take a facet. We need veils. Yeah. You go with that one. You roved the mournful, merciless waters of the undersea. Oh no, that's the last one is... Yours were far lonely journeys. You endured nameless hardships. You rallied your crew in the face of most unknown... Oh, hang on, this one. The comforts of every well-to-do household rely upon the scurrying and grinding works of its servants. You know this firsthand. You dealt with the matters your masters couldn't be troubled with, like cleaning and cooking and parenting, but how loyal were you? Alright. Who's found anything? Oh. Did we miss something up here? There was a wreck that we completely missed. We're gonna give it a go. Lost 2 crew members. This is not looking good. And you got 2 crew left. It is late and you are alone. Doubts proud you is the path we should have taken. You trespass upon the precincts of heaven. What price will be exacted of you? What price have you already paid? Oh, I actually got a success for once. Questions worry you, chasing away the sleep. Later there is a knock at your door. One of your officers is outside. Brother, we need you. That finds nothing. Chugga 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 chugga. Chuggada 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 chuggada. Alright. May gain some unusual Kogo. Excellent. Alright, let's keep heading in this direction. Not far enough away from our last bat scan in this area, so keep heading this way. Oh, there is the Storm Crow. Failure. Oh, great. They're gonna go mad soon. Over there. Let's hope that that's the port. Huh? An argument breaks out. One owes the other money but cannot repay it. Unfortunately, the debt was sworn on the name of the borrower below. A roving god of the deep sky and a keeper of compacts. The borrower below is watching you. Interesting. Let's hope this is the place because our terror is exceedingly high. Oh. Oh, yes. This was not where we needed to go. Chugada. Yeah, my terror is getting very high, that's for sure. Left or right? Let's go left. Yeah, no. I had to go right. Why does it always do that? Does it do it on purpose? Whichever path you choose, you know, it makes it the other one. Your engine is operating with only a skeleton crew. Everyone is tired. Oh no. Oh no. Whoa. Oh, that hurt. Oh. Oh. Oh, loot. Okay. Oh. This is freaking stupid. I have spent so long looking for this one bloody place. The captain's gonna die. Has to be around here somewhere. Oh, thank God. I didn't even need to send out that scout by the looks of it. Port Prosper, finally. What? Oh yeah, accept your payment, thank you. Yay! Finally. Memory of the departed prince, but there's a way to go. The roof isn't finished and the clock neither ticks nor bongs. You see the fastidious inspector up among the wreck with a spanner and a can of oil showing the workmen how it's done. Take your leave, thank you. Write a port report. Oh, attend a parade, the Feast of the Red Saint. Gaudy banners fly over the painted rooftops of Port Prosper. The smog of the east end is hidden away by giant posts, displaying dragons with varying degrees of vivisection. The cramped streets are clogged with people. Wealthy West Enders promenade about the amusements while impoverished East Enders work the stalls and huddle by the chestnut fires for warmth. A painted dragon pursued by knights is chased through the crowds to a chorus of "Ho, the riding!" The hats, the crinoline, the starch, the gleams of the moustaches, you're sure you'll fit right in. Lady in jacket bodice with bone sleeves looks up and down. What do you think, Mildred? A murmur of assent runs through the crowd of starched and corseted ladies. A gentleman adjusts his moustache. Yes, you'll do. You spend the day with some of the self-described notables of Port Prosper. You eat roast chestnuts, sip glasses of Greyfields, all the way from old London, and even participating in a riding charging through the narrow streets, pursued by several braying fellows in a dragon. Cool. Narrow streets huddle in the shadow of a grey crag. Banners display the stony features of her renewed majesty. Wealth, West Enders strut by, exchanging polite greetings and veiled gossip, while city East Enders work file into the hour refining factories. Peeling posters promise fresh, wholesome lives and the reach to new arrivals, but most of the posters are old. More newcomers arrive at Port Prosper than ever leave it. A celebration of the bounty and fortune of Port Prosper. There is elderly lady whispers surreptitiously, likely to be a tombola. More time must pass before this is available. Perched atop a mountain of luggage is a radiant young woman. Incognito princess. How do I know she's an incognito princess? Let's see. I'll be in transit relay. Alright, so we're going to take a look at all of this stuff next time in the next episode. If you enjoy these videos, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel, and I will see you all next time. Peace out.